What's up, guys? Welcome back to Starting Out Solitary. Drew here. It's week 244, and this week we are discussing servitors, whether we work with them, what have you. First off, this is my last video on Starting Out Solitary for 2019, so I will see you in the new year, and I hope you all have a really good new year and a good transition into 2020, and may you be blessed all through that year. I have never done this. I have never worked with a servitor or anything of the like, a tulpa, anything like that. I'm not against it per se. I just can't think of a circumstance where I would want to do that. Honestly, I think in my mind, the first thing that comes to my mind is like wanting to mess with somebody and kind of use baneful magic against them. But I could also see maybe using it to protect someone. But I think I would have to feel pretty desperate in the situation to do that personally, just because I'm not really into having power over other things. I've discussed this before. I don't really seek to have power. And when you create something from nothing like that, and it's supposed to be somewhat autonomous and have its own consciousness to a point and to act on its own to a point under your control, it just doesn't feel great to me personally. Again, that's not a judgment. I don't really care what other people do in their practice. I don't think it's wrong. It just makes me a bit uncomfortable. But I could see that I know full well that there could come a point, there could come a situation could arise where I would feel the need to do something like this. But it would be one of those sort of last resort kind of things, kind of like the way I feel about cursing. I just kind of feel like I want to exhaust all my other resources first. Just in case anybody doesn't know, a servitor is sort of like, from my understanding, it comes from chaos magic. But basically, you create I don't know what words to use, but you create this thing from nothing, from magic, intention, energy, an entity, energy, being, whatever words you want to put on it. You create this and it does your bidding. I don't know. I don't like the way that sounds. See, the whole thing just sounds, and again, I'm not an expert on this topic at all. It's just not something I'm drawn to personally. So I really don't have a lot to say. If you're curious about it, you should absolutely research. But from what I understand, I think it's something that you should be well versed in. Really educate yourself in it, because I do think that there are times where things can backfire and there can be some, which is true of magic in general, right? So, really look into what it is you're doing and get an understanding of what you're doing before you just start playing with things of this nature, for sure. That's my advice. Okay, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, much love and gratitude.